guys, today I'm going to be talking on, Rich Dad's Cash Flow Quadrant Guide to Financial Freedom, Robert Kiyosaki. So yeah, Chapter 1, Why Don't You Get a Job? To someone who values a job, it's difficult to explain why you might not want one. In 1985, Robert's wife, Kim, and Robert were homeless. They were unemployed and had little money left in savings. Their credit cards were exhausted, and they lived in an old town Toyota with recycling reclining seats, that served as beds. At the end of 1 week, the harsh reality of who we were, what we were doing, and where we were heading began to sink in. Their homelessness lasted another 2 weeks. When a friend realized their desperateness financial situation, she offered them a room in her basement. They lived there for 9 months. They kept their situation quiet. For the most part, Kim and Robert looked quite normal on the surface. When friends and family were informed of their plight, the first question was always, why didn't you get a job? I'm pretty sure it's plight. I don't know. At first, they attempted to explain, but they usually failed to clarify their reasons. To someone who values a job, it's difficult to explain why you might not want one. They did odd jobs occasionally, and they earned a few dollars here and there, but they did that to only keep food in their stomachs and gas in their car. Those few extra dollars were only few to keep them going toward their singular goal. Robert must admit that during those moments of deep and personal doubt, the idea of a safe, secure job with a paycheck was appealing. But because job security wasn't what they were looking for, they kept pushing on, living day to day on the brink of financial abyss. That year, 1985, was the worst of their lives, as well one of the longest. Anyone who says money isn't important obviously has not been without it for long. Kim and Robert fought and argued often. Fear, uncertainty, and hunger shortens the human emotional fuse, and often they fight together with the person who loves us most. Yet held the two of us together, and their bond as a couple grew stronger because of the adversity. They knew where they were going. They just didn't know if they would ever get there. They knew they could always find safe, secure, high-paying jobs. Both of them were college graduates with good job skills, solid work ethics. But we weren't after jobs. But they weren't after job security. They wanted financial freedom. By 1989, they were millionaires. Although financially successful in some people's eyes, they still hadn't reached their goal of true financial freedom that took until 1984. By them, they never had to go work again for the rest of their lives, bearing any unforeseen financial disaster. They were both finally free. Kim was 37 and Robert was 47. So yeah, basically, for someone who values a job, it's difficult to explain why you don't want one. So basically, yeah, that's kind of just like it. Yeah, only that. So yeah, that's it. Like and subscribe right now. Yeah, that's it. Bye.